Episode 131 of the Wholesome House.
It's a sandwich.
Today we talked about guerrilla warfare part 2. Go check out the previous episode. What would you...
meat mangling.
What would your friends have to summon you?
Oh my God.
What particular items?
No witchcraft though.
No witchcraft. No chanting.
Your self-confidence increasing or decreasing with age. We talked about Shooter Sanders a little bit. You will see what's coming next on the Wholesome House.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I would cry.
I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, this thing's not moving.
We'd have to run the whole episode back. Every joke, every the intro, every side comment.
That'd be insane.
That would be so uncomfortable.
My joke would be going on.
Oh,
Wow, bro.
don't worry. I would just tell you to leave your jacket or your shirt or something, and I'll play both parts.
That's funny.
I feel like I could be Big Z for a day.
I was gonna say, man, you ain't gotta go home, but you can chill at the Wholesome House today. You feel me? Episode 131.
Snuck up in your bed.
Oh no! Oh no!
Man, shout out to the Trey Songs.
Let's not shout out.
Shout out to Trey
Video
Songs.
coming back. It's
Okay,
fun.
wait.
Shout out to it being some real funny, like, Trey Songz stuff, bro. I feel like every time he pop up as of late, it's always just some outlandish.
It's never good.
No.
Right.
Never good.
No, in a lot of different cases, you know what I'm saying? But it's your boy,
It is.
Waymaster J, in the building.
Splash.
You know what I'm saying? Happy to be here for another Wholesome House episode with the gang. I appreciate y'all, bro.
Right.
And I appreciate y'all continuing to tap in with us. But you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all telling your peoples about us, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got some things going on.
A lot of episodes for you.
You feel me?
A lot of content for you.
You
Actually.
know.
Speaking of which, it's Benjamin Lane, the nonchalant needle mover, and shout out to y'all for watching the last couple of episodes. Y'all going crazy. I don't know if y'all like Mount Touch more. Y'all like 129. I don't even remember the name of it right now. But hey, keep running them up. I don't care. The one before that too is doing well. So if you're listening, like if you're a listener, shout out you too. I haven't looked at the numbers if y'all have been listening a lot, but I know they've been watching on YouTube. Shout out to watchers, man. But yeah, I think I already said who I am. If not, y'all know who it is. Who else we got?
Troy March in the building. Hope you guys are doing well. It's gonna be a funny episode. 131.
131.
131. Feeling good. Feeling like a 101.
It's like a sandwich.
Yeah. In between the ones.
Like some cheeks. Never mind. Go
Oh
ahead.
wow. Uh-oh.
Z Breeze here, Big Z, excited to be in the building today. Remember, they're not MILFs. They're just women your age with children.
What?
You know?
Hey. That's crazy opening statement. It's not false, though.
Is there any
I
kind?
just seen that on.
Okay.
I mean, not on Twitter and Instagram.
But speaking of Zach's comment, that reminded me of a tweet that Troy sent. I'm not gonna say the full extent. But
shoot!
It was a 1v something. I would just say that.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
But
Does it start with an L?
yeah, I mean, one of the words there was
versus
there was an adjective.
Me versus.
I know exactly.
yeah. But I think we would be remiss if we did not acknowledge this viral debate that's going on.
That we started.
We started this back in episode 8.
They stole our whole flow.
It's guerrilla warfare.
Yeah.
Like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It was kind of different. That we approached it a little bit differently, but it was essentially the same. There's one gorilla versus 100 men. The way we did it was like, how many clones would it take?
Yeah.
I feel like we don't necessarily have to actually revisit this just because, like, entirely, just because. First
Y'all
of
can
all,
go watch it.
Y'all can go watch it. That's number one. That's the biggest thing. Run that up. I think that episode is at like, it's probably like 40 views because it was so old. Like, that was like such an early time, right?
The beginning.
Yeah, right. The Genesis stage,
Right.
Wholesome House.
Man.
But John, you did bring up a good question when it came to like the discourse, because I don't think I've seen too many people like actually break down like some of the strategy that will be behind it. So I don't know if you want to kind of bring back that,
man. I
that
mean,
point
it's
that
a
you were
couple
making.
things that I appreciate that, man. That people are just not breaking down. You know what I'm saying? Talking about this 100 people, average people versus
Is it people or men? That's the one thing that I did also want to
It's men.
acknowledge. It's men.
men.
Okay.
All right.
I think I saw a tweet that said, "Girl, if you don't let these men die, stop it. You ain't trying to fight." It's men.
No, right. And speaking on, man,
believe
not
in
wanting to
equality.
fight, man. You know, a lot of people talking about this 100 versus this gorilla, but you know what I'm saying? I'm hearing a lot of things about, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, the first couple people are suffering just intense damage, just absolutely grueling.
ripped off.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Bones broken. Definitely death. Definitely death. But you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking, how is the decision made? Like, who's going to be the first couple people to go up against this gorilla? Like, is it just going to be some simple rock, paper, scissors? Is it going to be a coin flip? Are we just going to fight amongst ourselves? Because, I mean, that adds other layers, because, like, now we weaken as we're going into fighting this. You know what I mean? So
Duel for who has to go first.
exactly. So
Right.
what do y'all think? Like, how you think they going, even decide that?
I don't know, because I'm thinking like I don't necessarily want to send my strongest. I kind of want him spaced out, maybe he's 50.
Like a checkpoint.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
like Brawlhalla, like strikeout. Like, you don't necessarily always start with your strongest
Right.
fighter,
Exactly.
Right.
or Tekken or something. Like,
Gotta have a
exactly.
closer.
You gotta
have a closer.
Gotta have a closer. But I'm also kind of like, do we want to get rid of the weak ones first? Which sounds bad as well.
Right.
I'm voting for a push-up contest. The least push-ups go first.
We getting tired before fighting a gorilla?
You gonna recover in 2 minutes most.
Push-ups, you do
To die.
bounce back from push-ups, but I feel like what I think Troy's probably thinking of right now is like somebody's probably surpassing their normal push-up limit for the sake of like they're pushing
That's fine.
themselves.
If,
like,
if you could
they're
bring that
shaking.
that beast
Hey,
factor,
you're like, no, I'm
You
not
deserve
done. I'm not
Wait. Do knee push-ups count?
No.
the weak people batting lead off. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have my home run hitter closer to the end. You know, because you're gonna get tired. The gorilla gonna get tired eventually.
Why you correct yourself?
Because it's an ape, I believe.
Yeah, that ape gonna get tired eventually, and then I had that person who do 200 push-ups coming in at the end. Just
How many push-ups do you think that gorilla can do?
shoot, probably more than 50 people combined. But
Probably, bro.
after you ripped about 990
I feel
faces
like
off,
can gorillas even push up for real? Like, they're already like hunched over. I
you
feel
said
like
a
they don't.
kangaroo.
Did I say a kangaroo?
It sounded like a little
It sounded
bit.
like you
Yeah.
said kangaroo.
Kangaroos
Kangaroo?
probably can't do them.
No, not at
it's
all.
because I said
I don't know.
kangarillas.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, gorillas, yeah.
I just feel like they
Imagine.
don't really have like the anatomy to like push up. Like, they can't like sprawl their legs out, can they?
Right.
Like, I feel like they're already like bent up.
I feel like they can do pretty much anything we can do besides.
And maybe that's the problem with this whole debate. Y'all acting like gorillas is like, gorillas are not that.
Alligators.
Let me see a gorilla hit a split. Then maybe I think I might be a little bit more convinced.
He gonna split somebody.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's splitting your noggin, bro.
He gonna split somebody. Oh my
It
god.
just
But I'm sorry. I wanted to say to your point though, like also how long is the time between person one? Because it's not a 1v1. I feel like that's the worst way we can go about this.
the first 20 people, you got to send them all in at once. That
All
way,
right.
you know what I'm saying? Just complete chaos, and then after that, kind of like a Royal Rumble situation.
But like,
Send
how
them
long
in
is that 20
Every
you think
30
gonna
seconds.
last?
I'm saying like is it time? Is it
Because you
man?
got
We have a
somebody
lot
in
of
reserve,
bodies.
but if all 20 of them get wiped in like 3 seconds, then buddy,
I would hope that they
Has it
can last
recovered?
at least 30 seconds.
Okay.
And then
At
after
least
that
30.
30 seconds, I'm sending somebody in 10-second
Intervals.
intervals. Go. And I'm just telling them to come from different directions.
so you're just playing the facilitator role of your.
I'm number 99.
you're not slick.
You know what I'm
number
saying?
99.
What I'm hearing from this is like you're just gonna, you're just hanging out.
You got to have.
You're for one, you're very confident in your push-up ability. You're saying that you're gonna be 99.
Everybody got to have a commander.
I mean,
So who's to say it's got to be you though?
Hey man,
You know
don't think you-
number 100 ain't gonna have the brains.
what are they gonna have?
Number one ain't gonna have the brains.
Just brawn, just
because he could do one more push up than Zach.
Right?
Dog.
He just didn't have it all together, man. He wasn't a full package. So.
Just build like a pit bull, just designed for push-ups.
Like, look just like the gorilla.
That's funny.
What makes you think they're gonna like not turn on you at some point though?
Yeah, because
Right.
you know, there's been some discourse about people just saying they're gonna side with the gorilla after a certain point.
I have not seen anybody.
Yeah,
say
someone
that.
said, "Man, it's 2 against 99."
Bro, you're not getting no points with the gorilla. Gorilla's gonna be like,
And we can take you out.
Right, exactly.
Gorilla gonna be like, just turn you into a
you're
weapon.
easy. Right.
You can get swarmed.
I'm gonna
easy.
get that Irwin speech or Irving speech.
No.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
Attack on
Erwin.
Titan.
No, no, that's not gonna help.
They was running to their death.
That's
Dog.
definitely what I've been seeing too. Is a bunch of people giving that speech.
Titan throwing
Right.
98.
The gorilla gonna be just throwing people.
fastballs.
Dog.
Right, whoever the smallest one there, he just gonna
Just get balls
just ball them up and just
You
throw
go
'em.
lick them just to get some adhesive in there. Really get it to stick.
Right.
It's like some packing snuff.
Right. Just roll around, get little pebbles and stuff on them, bro.
Oh my god.
It just really just
Yeet.
The sound of that would definitely make me wave the white flag. I'm not gonna let it to you.
okay. And you don't think that off those initial people that are gonna get, you know what I'm saying? Because you're saying you're sending them in waves of 20. You don't think after seeing those first couple people just horribly disfigured and just you don't think anybody's gonna lose some heart and be like
pretzels, bro.
and be like, I'm not falling in line. And what are you gonna do? How are you gonna keep them in line? Like, what if they just say, I'm not doing this shit?
Do I not have any utensils during the gorilla fight or on me at all?
It's barehanded.
With the gorilla, but not with these subordinates.
You gonna be whipping your team or something?
These subordinates of
Bring-
mine.
Bring the book out. I'm like, you got 2 weights.
Oh,
wow,
gosh.
bro.
I'm taking the gun.
They gonna get you in the gun, yeah.
Yeah.
We should have got the gun when they first went in. Group 1 through 20 should have.
Oh,
One
no.
thing though that I feel like has not been like acknowledged in this particular conversation is it sounds like everybody went straight for strength. Like you all were trying to like put in order of who is the strongest and blah blah blah, and then Zach just appointed him as like the brains of the operation. But like, what if you have a bunch of people that are more like strategic, and you know, like I just feel like that might be more valuable than throwing out whoever's like they might be the weakest, but they also might be the best. Like I don't know, like they might be more skilled. They might have like martial arts experience, but they might not be able to hit some push-ups. Like they just
Well, I will say, given the topic or whatever they said of it, it sounded like it was just 100, just regular
Average.
Yeah, and so I'm assuming that's in terms of physicality and like
okay, but
knowledge.
like also
100
hear me out
grunts.
though, because
Right.
like let's actually
Right.
take 100
Brutes.
random men. We're all men here, right? We all have like all these weird interests or all these particular niche, just like pieces of information stored somewhere. A perfect example is before that we didn't talk about it on the episode, but prior to recording, I was showing the guys a video of a dog that latched on to another dog, and a guy came in and saved the day by sticking his finger up the dog's butthole. Apparently, this is a go-to, well-known tactic to release the dog's jaw. Right?
Wow.
Out of 100 people, one person knows that trick when it comes to a gorilla, or it's possible. It doesn't necessarily take somebody to be like a black belt that's like super. All it takes is one of those guys to be like, hey. I just so happen to have watched like a lot of, National Geographic, Animal Planet.
Okay.
I just, for some odd reason, have like a whole bunch of gorilla knowledge stored just because I just was
So you
fascinated
hit him in his
when
shoulder,
I was 8.
he's going down.
And so like you got to have those types of conversations prior to going into this battle. Y'all
If
busy
he number
doing
9,
push-ups.
he had just saved some people's life.
But that could be much more valuable in a different time, like in a different
okay, because
stage of
that
the fight.
hasn't actually been discussed. We're going most of this 100 versus the gorilla. It kind of makes it seem like this is an immediate, like as soon as these 100 people get together, it's like we got to get this gorilla. They haven't talked much about a planning stage or much like
what
what
value do you bring? Right?
Exactly. Like maybe we should have some type of meeting, like some type of debriefing of like, okay, like maybe let's figure out what you can do.
That's the biggest advantage we have over
It's
animal
battle
hunting.
royale style. You just get through straight in there. There ain't no party chat. You ain't get to talk about
Right.
it.
Drop from the bus.
Drop from the bus.
Dog,
there.
no.
It's bare land. It's just soil. It ain't nothing. And then you just, hey, genius, go in there. Brute strength is the only thing you can use in that situation.
So when is the push-ups happening then?
As soon as you hit the ground.
So we falling from it. We
no.
skydiving, discussing like, all right, when we land, everybody hit some push-ups. So we,
Oh my God.
So you gonna be counting the whole time, or like
I'm going
somebody's
off-
got to be?
I'm going off of the honor system.
Will this gorilla
I'm
be
lying.
waiting for this though? Like, would you think he's gonna wait for the whole
I
push
feel
up
like
contest?
the gorilla got to land with us. He got to be on the bus.
I'm saying
Gorilla just sitting on the bus too. Like,
he on his phone tweet.
I'm about
I'm
to.
finna,
You know how long I've been waiting for this?
No.
I'm finna
Gonna
go
make a name for
crazy.
myself.
Oh my God. The gorilla's definitely on the land.
He said, "I'm
y'all.
fitting him with a 100 piece combo,
Yeah. He
For
just
sure.
keeps
Haram bed,
he's sitting on the
this is for
bus
you.
just grinning.
bro." He's just like,
He said, yeah.
Right. I don't need no tactics.
he's
It's
shaking
time.
with excitement. He just like, wow.
He said, you.
I never thought an opportunity like this would
yams,
follow my lap.
cornbread, collard greens.
He right.
I'm eating tonight.
He talking about you.
He dropped it first for sure.
He's talking, you can
Dog.
blame your own people for this happening to you.
Sorry they did it to you.
They the one who brought up the topic. I was chilling. I was at the zoo.
And I don't think the battle royale is a good idea. Everybody got to jump them.
You just got to dog pile them.
Yep. That's
Grab
what I'm
them,
thinking.
grab them legs and arms, and we just going.
And I also think that's our best chance for survival too. Because at that point, if we all got the mindset of let's all try to punch him at the same time in every area we can, I don't know. I feel like that's a little more. I can convince more people to do that than, all right, you're gonna go, then you're gonna go,
Yeah.
then you're gonna
We're
go
all
too.
in this together, and we're all taking equal risk. We're all
Yeah.
just going.
And there's a bigger
Give it
chance
all.
that like out of the 100, at least 40 will probably get a hit. I feel like the 60 may be like, I'm going to, but I may not.
Only problem though is like a gorilla only has so much surface area. So
Damn.
like
Right.
you'll probably definitely take some collateral hits like in the back of your head trying to
From other people or something. Yeah,
swing
you're
some
definitely.
haymakers,
Yeah,
getting hit in the ribs. You don't know where you're getting
I
hit
think
from.
of that.
man.
Really, I think what like the
pick a
most
spot.
valuable trait in this instance is just having nothing to lose. I feel like whoever is just willing to be like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes, and that's one thing I feel like no one's acknowledging is like,
Oh wait,
No, but-
that's what they did. But it was with crackheads.
oh, throwing some crackheads.
Yeah.
They
You
the
said you
ones
give
that
him a
might end up
brick?
siding.
You said give him a brick. That gorilla not lasting tonight. Is what bro was saying. I was like, bro, come
What,
on.
No.
Well, what I think everyone is
Not
acknowledging
lasting
is
tonight.
like,
I'm dead, bro.
I feel like everyone understands and is viewing this gorilla as like a wild animal, but like I feel
Mojo
like it's a
Jojo.
miss to not acknowledge. Like humans have done some really evil stuff. Let's be honest.
Dude,
like,
no, I'm thinking this gorilla is definitely. You gotta watch out for him. Like if he's even in this type of situation, this ain't no regular gorilla. I'm already thinking that off.
But that's what I'm saying. So like, let's put some not regular people that are willing to be like, listen, like if I'm in there, I'm looking at, I'm looking at the group, and I'm saying, this is not me. Like this is, if we survive this, I want you to forget everything that I do in here because, this first. By the way. We've had some run-ins with PETA in the past. I do not condone this type of violence when it comes to an animal. But when it comes to survival, like somebody's got to be like, no, let me try to. Hey, if three of y'all like open his jaw, I'm ripping a tooth out and I'm stabbing him or something. Like
Something crazy.
somebody
real
gotta
God of
be
War-esque
like, somebody has to have those
type
types
of
of
violence.
tactics. Like
Yeah.
I'm just plug his nose. Just see if the more he struggles, the better we have, the more
Right.
chance.
That's what I'm saying.
And the likeliness
Somebody
of
got to
that
ring his meat or
is
something.
when you have all 100 fighting. I feel like somebody gonna do something crazy.
Okay. Just
Maybe to somebody else, unfortunately, too. But maybe one of them will hit the gorilla.
are gorillas ticklish? You think?
it's hard to say. Like, can you get
Has
close
anyone
to
gotten
really
close enough?
to even just do any of that? And what if and maybe they're ticklish, but what if you're at the wrong spot? You try and go for the underarms,
Right.
and he
Yeah,
just
like
he just hit you with a
he
hard
look at you. I'm not one of y'all.
right.
Wrong spot.
Wrong
Shoulda
spot.
went for the
Exactly
head.
wrong spot. You were close.
Yeah. We gotta know some like pressure points or something. Like,
or something, bro.
they're like, actually, my only sensitive spot is my tongue. I'm grabbing that tongue.
Oh my
Right.
god. Yeah, they was talking about grabbing a lot. I ain't gonna lie on Twitter. That made it like
I'm
okay,
saying punch them just in the meat.
yeah. Like how far are we really willing to go? Dang.
That's your one target. Like
Straight
somebody
D
has to
shots.
be. There has to be like a meat team. Like the whole goal is no matter how he moves, flails, jumps, like zero in. Because as of right now,
Right, bro.
that's the only area of weakness we can assume.
Got a meat team, got an I team.
IT.
Eye Patrol,
Right.
Dog.
the meat manglers.
Right. Somebody down there ringing it like a chicken.
Right.
No way, man.
Now what you gonna do? You gonna stop moving? That's the dog butthole.
You see the
We
boxers.
found it.
The boxers who be doing the like speed bag, just handling business for the team.
Hey,
Just all they need is just
I seen you
you gonna need
destroy
it.
4 of my friends.
You gonna need it.
You don't have any more 8 kids.
hey man.
That's
Hey,
not
I probably,
Opening we
try to
need.
kick his ankles or something. Try and like do
they
something.
probably
They
got
probably got-
sturdy cankles.
They do
for
probably
sure.
do, bro.
He got like 46 ankle bones and stuff.
Exactly.
Facts.
Ankles, not shins probably good.
Strong.
We gotta find that ACL.
Right.
Hold his
Probably
leg
got
and we
6
come
of
from
them.
the side.
Right. We just
Do some damage.
kicking that, bro.
Just get in there.
Man, bend his arms back. Get
What?
that rotator cuff.
Wait for it to jump. Try to like put somebody body
Put some under it, right?
Laying wrong.
That boy sprained, ain't it?
Oh,
At least roll.
Right.
use the strength against them. No, actually, yeah, that's smart.
Be like, yeah.
Why that made me think about Invincible.
Have Shaq put him in a headlock or something.
Yeah. How many Shaqs you think?
I seen one that said 50 Shaqs.
A lot of people are rounding the 100 down to 50.
We need like prime,
Which is
Shaq,
funny.
though.
You said prime Shaq?
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 Shaqs, 20 Dwight Howards, 20 Mike Tysons.
Wait.
20 Mike Tyson for the striking.
We definitely, yeah. A
He-
couple Mike
he-
Tyson.
he-
Maybe a couple more than
Hand-
He
20.
on the meat manglers.
Oh god.
No, man.
He
I mean,
he
in
gonna
what
mangle
way?
a different kind of, that's what I'm saying. He might,
Like,
He
like
might
how?
bite some.
anything.
Okay,
That's what I'm
that's what-
saying. Be making it out though. I guess that's what.
I mean,
matters.
at that point, I mean, GG's to that gorilla. If he do
Sorry
that,
that
like,
you had
he's,
to go through
I mean,
this.
that's the
Hey.
game. I mean,
Speaking
ain't
of
too
which,
much else
though,
to
I'm
need
looking
to
at
do.
Mike Tyson. I'm
Throwing
shaking
some
his hand.
Kimbo slices and what's his name? Mgabu. Like these are
Oh, Ganu.
yeah.
Ngannou.
A couple of him.
Rest in
Now
peace,
we
Kimbo
talking.
Slice.
Mark Henry
Now
and
we
Greg
talking.
Khali.
Yeah. I feel like, at the bare minimum, it'll be longer for the gorilla to tear them apart than it is for us, which would buy us more time.
He's
for-
definitely going to have to put a little more effort in.
for the meat manglers at the end of the day.
It's just like, at the end of the day, I get that they punch at like 12,000 pounds of force and they're 600 pounds of muscle. But it's like
Ooh, gotta catch me first.
100 people.
Yeah.
100 people can't even fit on the elevator. That's too much weight. But this,
I mean, that is why Troy said, I mean, the dog pile love it. I mean,
We all just
even
land
that,
on
like, there's no
him.
way that.
Feet first land on him.
Yeah, just,
Right.
Just do him.
Yeah.
What's that? Is that a law off of Tekken?
Yeah.
Who just stomp on you?
Oh, he stopped.
Just
you
everybody
go.
gotta hit that boy.
That's from Bruce Lee. That's Enter the Dragon. He did that. He was like in a tournament, and when he beat the dude, he like stomped on him. It's like, oh, and then like twist his foot when he broke his neck.
One thing about the order though, I would base it off of speed. I think I'm setting my fastest in first.
Like, what do you mean speed? You mean like quickness, like agility? Okay, like weaving.
Able to
Okay.
I was gonna
weave,
say like a
maybe
sprint
keep
or
some
like a-
distance. Yeah,
Okay,
slowest.
So like quick and
yeah, because the slower ones are probably gonna be hopefully a little stronger. You know what I'm saying? Throw them in last. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Tire them out.
If we're doing this 1v1 Royal Rumble,
That's
style.
crazy.
I mean,
Squaring
also
up
though,
with the gorilla.
eventually by then, I think the gorilla's gonna run away. By the time he is
A real gorilla's for sure gonna be
You know
like,
what I'm
all right, this is
saying?
too much for me.
a
Yeah,
herd of
he like-
100
I'm getting
people,
overstimulated.
Right?
Good Lord.
You gonna make me act. You gonna make me,
Honestly,
bro.
just get 50 of them to just like hurl insults the whole time. That's really just get in his head. Just be like, you know what?
Your
I
potassium
can't
low.
win this.
Get out of here, Donkey Kong.
right?
He talking about don't talk about him like
But you
that,
can't
bro.
beat up the Hulk.
Dog. That's funny.
He talking about now. I was finna leave. Now I'm finna turn up. He was gonna put a tie, bro. What if this gorilla had a tie on, bro?
I'd be like, thank God it's not a
Oh, we're gonna choke him.
orangutan.
We're gonna choke him with that. going. Everybody pull.
Right.
Literally. Oh my
Todd's
god.
for sure gonna rip, but
Yeah,
hey,
no,
it's
for
something.
sure.
We gonna tire him out for sure.
Man, we doing what we can. At the end of the day. But yeah, shout out the gorillas, man.
Yeah. End of the day, y'all stay where y'all at. We gonna stay where we at.
Mm-hmm. And
And,
pray we never gotta fight.
Yeah, man.
'Cause we
Let's
taking
keep
you
the
down.
peace.
Help the gorilla.
Right.
Speaking of keep the peace, this is just like a kind of like a short topic. Do you all believe in friendship breakups?
Elaborate.
Elaborate.
Like if you just had like a really good friend at some point and something happened, or you felt as though like your friendship was dwindling, like do you believe in like an official, it doesn't necessarily have to be like something you communicate to them, but do you believe in like maybe even like an internal individual breakup, like today is the last day I'm gonna reach out to you?
When you say do I believe in them, are you saying do I do them?
Sure. Why not? Let's go there.
I'm more of like a friendship ghoster more so. Like if I feel like the vibes is odd, it's just like
What would
I'm
make
not-
the vibes odd?
Something you don't like.
yeah.
Or they say something
returning my
weird.
text.
Not
Yeah.
that much.
Zach, you a hypocrite if you
If you
say
don't
yeah,
return, if you don't return my
That's why I said it.
text like 50 times,
that's
Damn.
then it's like, all right, like you really hate me, like.
I'm gonna start tallying up.
All right, bro. Yeah, I'm definitely about to start counting.
You
I'm
probably
glad you
have
said that, bro. I
43.
caught you. Got you on camera.
Yeah,
No.
I'm handy.
No, you've been better the last year or so.
You have been, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Damn, I guess you were really bad.
We
bro.
call that growth.
No, low key, I would for sure call you sometimes, bro. And then like I see you here for the podcast. I'm like, dang, bro. You
Some motherfucker ass nigga.
You ain't say-
What
you
was
ain't-
so important?
ain't say nothing to me all this time. This is the only time I can talk to you, bro.
That's funny.
I'm glad you brought up this topic.
Oh no.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it, bro.
But but yeah, like say things that we typically do now, there's no mention of it. You know, we always go to Big Pink, and then I see you at Big Pink 12 times. It was never a note of, oh, like I'm going to Big Pink. You just randomly there. Now I see you with a new person I ain't never heard of before.
New
Right.
group of
You got
friends.
new friends. I'm like, oh,
Like, where'd you meet these people?
right. Like,
Whoa.
you work from home. Like,
Damn.
we met when we were 7. Like, how many new people do you know? Like,
And
But yeah.
this is a friendship breakup. Like that's a
Well, he said a friendship go. Oh, like that warrants a
that,
friendship.
yeah, that would warrant the friendship breakup.
okay.
I don't know.
Zach said, "Go be with your other friends." Then.
I was I done lost like 3 or 4 close friends throughout time, or we've rekindled after a period of breakup. You know, I
That's the
think
part that's
doubled
throwing me. Yeah, because I'm like, ghosting. I think even intentionally or unintentionally happens. Life happens. You don't always.
There is definitely
Be in
a
the same
natural
place.
ghosting at this age.
Yeah.
Nowadays.
But I do think of some people that I have intentionally thought, yeah, I'm never talking to you again. But were we friends? Are we actually friends? Like at that point, that's kind of what's throwing me a little bit.
valid because those could have been acquaintances. You're like, you're not really acquaintancing. Like
Yep.
I would like.
And I'm like, this is not even gonna get far enough to be friends
Yeah.
for
Right.
real. So, so no, not too
Yeah,
often.
no.
I tend to keep my friends. I feel like.
Same. Only time that would happen is if it's like my man's, and I'm like, yeah, that ain't my man's. But that's your man's. So. I would never be around this person without you there.
Oh, man. Man,
Ross
that's-
are real though. Actually,
That's definitely him, bro.
I know a couple like that.
So, but honestly, though,
No cap.
what do you guys have in common? Like,
Do you all think that anyone's ever like friendship ghosted you?
Nah, I'm too good of a friend.
no.
I hope so.
Why do you
If,
say that?
if that's how it is, yeah, ghost me. That's cool. I'll keep my peace over here. Ghost
it
me,
usually
please.
has to be like a really big altercation, like to really like say like there's no more friendship. Like whether it's like stealing,
Ooh.
Mm.
Stealing from you?
Yeah, but stealing or trying to, coerce your partner or
yeah, get them out of there.
What else? Or talking about you behind your back and you find out about it through the grapevine.
So happy it was not the go. I was so worried.
We're learning. We're doing
Right. Come on, man.
But yeah, it have to be something like that. Or like some super weird behavior on your end. It had nothing to do with me, but it's just like, it was just so heinous that I cannot ignore it. Like, this is unusual for anybody.
Or sometimes maybe it's even like seeing them treat somebody else that like they consider a friend a certain way.
Or their parents. People who treat their parents horribly, I'll be viewing them different. Like, if I
mean, if they doing that, how you think they finna treat you, bro?
Exactly. I'm like,
we not even related.
Bro, that's your mom, bro. Like, what's wrong with you? I don't care about her or you.
All right, like, yeah, bro. All right. I don't even know how we became friends in the first place. You talking like that, bro?
Man.
And where was this?
Right. What the heck?
So,
Where were you hiding this?
Yeah.
You have never acted like this
You
before.
just going home cussing out your mom. I ain't never come over. Like, I ain't even know.
Right. One time I pull up, man. You told me, shut the fuck up, mom.
Oh no.
Dang.
I don't want meatloaf.
I don't be one to meatloaf,
Sometimes, man.
but I'm not gonna say it.
Right.
I used to
Not
bang.
gonna say it.
I used to bang the loaf with some gravy and some mashed potatoes.
Heck yeah.
You do slap.
I'm just wondering. I don't know. I just feel like it'd be. I think there's such an expectation for like. There's like so many rules when it comes to like how to break up with somebody. I feel like like how you're
bro,
like
like-
not supposed to do it over text, and you have to do it like you got to start off by like, or I don't know. I think maybe it's just common courtesy to start off with like it's not you, it's me.
I be trying to
right?
avoid the cliches, but those be the best ways.
Because it really
Bruh.
beat it.
It literally ain't you.
So it definitely doesn't sound like, well, I guess you didn't say, because I mean, I've definitely been on kind of like we just might not have talked as much, or you know what I'm saying. I don't think I've ever directly just been like, we're not really friends or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I sit down, like, I can no longer.
But it's
like,
a
rock with
relationship
you.
still. So like I feel like technically we kind of, if we're on to consider ourselves to owe somebody that same courtesy in a relationship, it is slightly different, but it is a relationship nonetheless. So I just feel like I'd expect there to be at least a little bit closer of like it's just so different. It's either in a relationship, like a romantic relationship, like you have to do a breakup in this way, you have to go about it in this way. Whereas in friendships, it just be dissipating and nobody like cares.
Especially men, like our relationships are a lot less like.
I was
By
gonna
the
say
book as women.
I feel like just men like get friends.
How would
like
y'all break up with me? Y'all would all ghost me?
I probably like
Definitely, that'd be the easiest one.
probably do something creative. Maybe do like a video or something. record something. Put a nice suit on or something, bro.
Put on my favorite music.
Put on your favorite music.
I hate
bro.
to break it to you.
Remember when we went to that? concert? We had a great time.
Good times, man.
Yeah, the
But
good
times
times
are
are
over.
changed. But times change, man. And
That's
a
the same people
memory.
Used to be so.
Forever.
Right. I'm gonna cherish that, but
The
I'm
time
gonna make
fast.
sure that production quality's high for you, bro.
But I
So you
gotta
have
move
no
on.
regrets.
I gotta take my talents to South Beach.
We'll just be like 70. I'll be like, Ben, it's been so long.
wow.
Well, you ever responded to my
70.
last 12 messages?
Nah,
I
the
just
the question is from our friend group: how would we kick somebody out the friend group? Or how would we X somebody out of the group?
It'd be too difficult now. I feel
They would
like,
have to do something heinous.
It'd have to do, bro.
because
on
we
some
would need
Brockhampton.
we would need full consensus
True.
type beat.
Yeah.
I'm just saying to be like, oh,
taking a vote. To,
we don't
Taking
talk to this
an
person
official
anymore.
vote.
Yeah, for real. You're off the island.
Right, bro.
But you would have to do something.
it's like mafia,
insane.
bro. Speak your case.
Facts.
You better say.
We ain't trying to hear it. At
We
that
didn't even
point.
try to hear it at that point.
Nah,
We kicked
yeah,
you out.
facts.
Right.
Not true,
I remember some of our friends. I didn't think they was ever going to be friends again. And then they made it through.
bro. Facts. This is
I was like, right.
big piece of our friendship lore, bro.
But
If you know, you know.
RIP that, I mean, not RIP, but shout out that stalker girl, man. Almost broke up the Wholesome.
Oh my
Bro,
God.
why was I just thinking about?
forgot about
bro,
that.
shout
Was
out.
I here?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Remember, it used to be
She was following the podcast.
the page and used to be posting stuff all the time.
Oh wow.
And like,
Shout out Josh. one of our guests, man. He posted one of the funniest memes I was just thinking about, where she had commented something on his post, and he posted the meme with a guy with the application in his glasses. He was like, "Boo, did I scare you?" Shout out Josh, bro. That's really still one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life, bro.
Whatever episode that was.
Right. I gotta go and
that was
find
a long
it.
time ago too. Man, great times.
Mm-hmm.
I feel, but I did kind of like interrupt. Somebody was making a point about with male relationships. It's like a little different.
I would just say that male relationships are a lot lower maintenance. Like I seen the meme, it was like you could like miss your man's graduation, and then they'd be like, "All right, it's cool, bro."
Yeah.
As opposed to like a woman.
I didn't
like,
expect you to be there for real.
Facts.
It would have been cool, but like,
yes, whatever. Like
I'm still graduating.
yeah, but like, if a girl did that to another girl, like, whew, talking on the phone with you, I just hate such and such. She's so selfish. I can't believe that she would even do that. Like that was my day. And
No, it run deep.
Yeah, now they hate each other. I'm like,
You really brought a birthday gift to my birthday for a birthday?
My
For a
birthday?
birthday. I told somebody that recently, actually. They were justified in being mad, but I was like, hey, you know what this sounds like, right?
My birthday.
I just gotta say that, like, for all the women that are listening,
Shout out the ladies and the IG baddies.
shout out to the women that like are able to like have even one friend, because like I'm just sure it's just so much more difficult than like guys. Like like realistically, I'm sorry.
We're
man.
proud of you.
Y'all going through a lot over there trying to maintain. Like it's too many requirements. Like
facts.
Yeah.
if you told me like I have to be at every single thing, or like I can't show up to your birthday wearing certain something,
We all got to get
or,
locks. We all got to get braids
like,
to go to
right
your
go on
birthday.
or go on this vacation or something.
Right.
Like I got, bruh, I'm fighting for my life. Like,
Oh my God.
you understand what I'm going through, but
Oh
like
my God.
you don't care. Probably you're not even gonna hear me out. It's the principle to you.
Facts.
So hey, man,
Maybe-
y'all putting in work to maintain them relationships.
One of the
true.
funniest
I mean-
things I seen them say on like the internet, it was like, you make one friend and now 50 dudes off limits. Like, calm down. Like,
Oh, whoa.
that's how I got to
That's funny.
unfriend her. I'm talking about, that's crazy.
Man.
He said, "Word."
Dog.
It's like that.
She was a fairy.
Yeah.
She was a fairy. I actually really don't like that. I've been skipping that. every
This
single
that
song,
shit is
this song
kinda
made me think of the
annoying.
Milwaukee
Yeah.
Dance, bro. It just made me think of.
Yeah.
I got to look up Milwaukee niggas
Look up,
Chicken.
look up
Because of
Certified
you.
Trapper.
Because of who?
because of you.
What?
Because I told you, I was like, when you think of a Saginaw person, what comes to mind? He was like, I just imagine Milwaukee guy.
And I stand on it.
And I never looked it up, but I got to look it up.
I
You got
stand
to,
on
bro.
it,
So, but
bro.
what is the similarities? Can I see it, or am I going to be odor blind? Just like, I can't see it.
Man, I don't know, man. It's just there. We are in different time places,
Yeah.
like time
Oh,
periods in our
still in
lives.
2016.
Yeah,
Ah.
exactly. Yes, that's what I think of. I never met another
Sagananian.
or really too many Milwaukeeans to compare it to.
Yeah, I ain't never met him.
Are they just Milwaukee's?
They be walking for sure. I know that much.
I don't know. I shouldn't say. I shouldn't speak so freely. So I might take offense to that. My bad. My bad.
I mean, hey,
I ain't know. Shit.
Right.
I'm saying. I'm just gonna go for it.
Get after it.
Do it.
Not that I'm in the business of summoning,
Summoning.
but if I needed to summon y'all, like, what would I need to collect?
Collect.
Yeah, like
I
what?
don't know. I'm just thinking like burning stuff when I think of the word summon. So like,
I don't think I'm
do you
burning
gather
nothing for
this
you.
this item and like just put it in like a ring or something, and I'm just there.
You know, I hum a little bit and you just boop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
First of all, what do you gotta hum? That's what you gotta hum.
I ain't chanting.
Some Isaiah Rashad or something.
I ain't doing
You
that.
crazy, yo.
And I ain't burning nobody or sacrificing shit. So,
Lighting a little incense.
there you go. Let's go. You know, yeah.
You got to like sing a song from like What a Time to Be Alive. And then you got to just like have like 2K on the TV or something.
For Zach, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that for you. Or like a 2K PS5, like physical copy.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. Just like have it opened up like on your I don't know. Ironing board.
Wherever the summoning.
Wherever the thing is, yeah.
Oh, and I'm gonna do it
It's like a mini
at a
shrine.
basketball court too.
Exactly.
There you go.
Got to be at half court.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The corner 3-point line. That's my favorite place.
All right.
That's so specific.
But I can see that. Okay. What about John? What do we have to collect to summon John? I'm thinking a
Definitely
mic,
some-
but is that too basic?
I don't know if it was gonna be a mic or like a vinyl.
I was gonna say a vinyl
A Stevie Wonder vinyl. I can see that.
and a pair of like 1s or 4s.
Shout out to the
I'm
ones
trying to
and
think of
fours.
like something like super duper specific that like
Something related to Sonic.
I was gonna say like a Sonic.
It's a
Sonic
Tony
shoes
Snow
or
vinyl.
something.
Oh,
Okay.
Cause I don't even think they make those. No, better yet, what's bro's name? Either 10K Duncan or
Tony.
yes, or no, what's bro's name? Fuck, it's gonna drive you crazy. RXK.
RXK.
Yes.
nephew.
Yes, something very super specific.
Man, shout out RXK, man.
Probably in a concert hall. Low
Facts.
key.
It would definitely
Yeah.
be something loud for sure.
Yeah. Something loud. That's funny.
I had a pendulum to me and John's so many rituals.
my god,
That's crazy.
dog.
Well, I'm some type of fiend or something, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, oh man.
Jesus
I personally would take that
Christ.
if I was you. That's really what I was
Because
saying.
I seen this meme, but he was like, when your friend tell you he ain't got the pen, and then he got your pen into the bathroom. It was like,
Yes, bro. Oh my god. I gotta find
they
that
was
video,
doing,
bro.
they kept doing the like the old school like sounds, and people get sad like when you heard the popular girls talking about you, and then it got the sound. It was like when you
Yeah, it's like the '90s like sitcom joint. The like,
Okay.
da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, and he like went into the bathroom stall and seen him with the pen.
he was kind of waving
and
away
they
the
just-
smoke,
right?
He was like,
And then just walked out. Bro.
That's funny. That's funny.
Bro, what? That's hilarious.
We
Bro.
gotta add some of those sound effects to the board.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, we got a few spaces.
We do. For Troy, definitely
A hat?
A hat.
Dang.
Okay.
he been had
Like on some magician, you just pop
I
up.
feel like
out
I
your-
don't like associate the hat with Troy anymore. There was definitely a time.
What?
back when he was Chance the Rapper.
There was
Yeah,
a time.
exactly. There was a time.
Yeah, that's real for some people. They still
But-
call me Chance.
But
at work.
nowadays, definitely a scarlet interface.
Wow.
Gotta have a scarlet on them.
I have not seen that thing in so long.
But
though.
I just
that's
feel
the
like
funny part.
that's definitely
Okay.
that's it's more about what the scarlet represents.
Somebody
like-
somebody smacking.
Smacking.
Yeah,
That'll
That's
summon
gonna
me.
scare him away.
he gonna get some in there out of anger.
Oh.
Stop! I hate that.
face
Start
just
yelling
red.
at him and stuff.
Ah, what are you doing?
Zach,
He told, what the? Where?
Zach is taking that part personal.
Officer,
See me smacking.
he don't.
Dog.
That would be just
crazy.
that'd be a messed up summoning though. You're always angry every time you summon someone.
Yeah.
Head just hurt, and you're just,
rage,
like,
bro.
oh my gosh, why do y'all keep smacking? Stop,
That's funny.
bro. Talking about, I've been all around the city all day.
Just riled up. Man.
What else did you write?
While we're thinking about me, a longboard for Ben.
Okay.
Or some sort of. I feel like the skateboard is a little more for Sean now.
Yeah, Sean's definitely skateboard.
Board,
Sean.
if not like a longboard, just.
And a cannon.
I'd be using some wheels
Cannon.
for sure.
I'm thinking about what's the thing called where you're on.
Oh,
your,
slackline.
Yes, thank you. You read my mind exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can see that, or just something that's like outdoorsy like that. I can see that.
What's the slack line?
Definitely a rock wall, something.
A slackline is like a. Would you
It's
like
like
to
a
explain?
tightrope, but it's got slack, like it's like elastic. You never. I'm gonna bring it out. I wanna.
People
I wanna
walking
host. Yeah.
them randomly. Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, I want to host like a picnic or something this summer.
Okay.
Cool.
So I'm gonna bring it out for everybody.
After the unction,
Yeah, yeah. There we go. That'd be perfect. Actually,
that would be really cool.
That'd be nice.
Oh, and I'm fingers crossing that we were able to pull off the unction. That'd be nice.
Wholesome unction would be nice.
Yeah.
You said a cannon, like for like a camera or like an actual cannon.
No,
Somebody
a camera.
Okay.
I was like-
Definitely a camera of some sort
And
for sure.
Google Calendar.
And Google Calendar. Explain.
Some kind of calendar. This man got so much going on. He needs to stay.
yeah, that's
stay.
pretty bad. I don't use Google Calendar anymore, but I understand like the sentiment for sure.
Are you
Yeah.
a Notion cuz?
Well, I'm actually a like whiteboard in person kind of calendar.
Nice.
There's a couple in the apartment, so yeah, that's definitely. I need that.
I feel that.
I still feel like we need one more for Troy. An iPad.
MacBook. I was gonna say.
The MacBook.
Definitely a
I
Mac.
guess
Definitely
maybe
a
a
Mac, bro.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take it.
Like right as you pop right up.
I'm crawling out the screen. Who the fuck smacking?
Right. What are you doing? Close your mouth.
Find out I'm going back.
Close your mouth.
Looking angered in the Trey Songz drawing.
Oh no.
Anything but
Anything
that.
I don't.
but that.
Anything
Yeah,
but that.
I don't know if
please.
that was anger. That was just some
Terror.
sinister.
Right.
Actually, one thing that we missed for Zach, I don't know if you all saw, but Drake is making a cologne. So definitely spritz some of that.
Oh,
in the-
yeah.
in
Some
the
of
air.
Mm.
Some of that
Absolutely.
OVO
Now,
eau de
we don't know
parfum.
what it smell like yet.
You over there
I feel like you don't care.
You over there cheesing already? You talking about man? I already
Come on,
got
I'm
it
trying to
ordered.
smell like that owl.
I'm saying.
He talking about how y'all know about it.
I am not as big of a Drake fan as y'all claim for me to be.
What changed?
Anymore? Or
That's what I'm saying.
overall?
No, in general.
In general?
The
Okay.
cologne, I ain't never bought no Drake paraphernalia before. Okay. All I did is listen to the music. But the music.
Did you buy a ticket?
Now,
I did buy 2 tickets.
now,
yo.
some G Herbo, Dirk. I feel like we
I was
might
gonna say,
maybe
like,
gotta get him.
what artist paraphernalia have you ever bought?
No.
Exactly. So you're
'Cause
just
I'm
not
saying
that
I'm
type. You just that
I
don't
ain't
mean
gonna
that's
waste
not.
money.
Wow.
A her shirt. I bought 2 her shirts.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Some her
So
cologne.
put some her like sunglasses.
There's
on
some of
them.
me with her for sure. I ain't gonna lie. And that's not even. You're not even my little combination. I'll be there.
So I want that on the record.
I'll be there. Just say it.
He talking about you gonna get something too. It's supposed to be for me.
And I was like, "Oh, what's up? Hey, what's up? How you doing?" Then I'm gone.
Right.
That's funny.
I'm gonna just turn around with the sinister face.
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that.
That's terrible.
Touch you while you sleep. What you act surprised if you did it though it's me.
That post like this was crazy.
All right, we're gonna move to a deeper topic now.
Oh, the depths.
Yeah, I don't really remember what caused me to write this topic, which is if I am gaining or losing self-confidence as I'm getting older. Because I'm wondering, like, was I going through something this
Sounds
day
like
when I wrote this?
Most definitely.
Or there's often like a chance that I just be seeing these things like on Twitter or whatever sometimes
that's
too.
true.
But still, I'm just like, I don't really know. And that's actually, I think, why I wanted to pose it to y'all.
Can you phrase just like say it one more time?
Yeah, like as we're getting older, as time is passing, we're learning more and more. Do we feel that we are gaining more self-confidence or losing it as time passes?
Like generally, I'd say I'm gaining it. I'm definitely losing it in several areas, however. And then also one thing I will say before, and I don't know, we might touch on it at some point, but like, I think I am losing some of it knowing what's to come because I don't want to get old and I hate old people. And so like the closer I get to that and the closer, like the realer it really sets in that's inevitable. You know, like it's small stuff where like, I know we like make jokes about like, why do I crack every time I stand up? But it's just like
the recovery getting slower.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or like, and I'm like taking it easy in the gym for a little bit because like my back is being weird and stuff right now. And I'm just like, I hate the fact that I like genuinely have to think about certain things like that and be like responsible enough to be like, I don't know, like this could, if I don't like treat this or if I don't be careful of this could change the trajectory of like my old age. And so like, I hate the fact that I have to think about that kind of stuff right now.
Like,
but I
super
think
intentional.
overall, I do feel that I'm good. I will say,
Imagine jumping a fence right now. But continue.
yeah, no, like
I could try.
I'm gonna do it for sure. I'm getting over it and I'm gonna walk it off. But like, I'm gonna play it off. But I know for sure I'm gonna feel that in my knees. But like, I feel like I'm getting more sure of myself in a lot of ways in terms of like what I know about myself and what I know about like my preferences, what I appreciate, what I value, how I want to continue to like walk my path and everything. But then there's also the piece that's like, man, I thought I was gonna be doing so much. Like at this age, like I thought I was gonna be incredible. I thought I was gonna make it.
Billionaire,
and
all this money.
We're at the stage where like I'm on Facebook and I'm seeing people like planning their high school reunions. Like we're about to be at 10 years. Like pretty soon. Yeah. Whoa. And I'm like, I just remember being like, I'm going to my high school reunion because I'm just gonna go to flex on people.
Better.
Like, I'm gonna be like, look at me. You know, I never was in a position in like high school and earlier where people was like, you know, my teachers was never like, you gonna never be nothing. I don't have a rapper.
I'm gonna look you up in Oakland County Jail.
Yeah, right. I never had those relationships with anybody, but like I just was confident that I would be able to go back and be like, ha ha ha, you know, I'm like that now. Yeah. And I'm not quite like that yet, unfortunately. So like that piece, I would say, it definitely causes a little bit of a hit to the self-confidence personally.
No, I like that. That's fair.
Also recognizing that like physically we're probably approaching the peak of, you know, like our pyramids in the next 5 to 10 years. So knowing that, like, you know, a large reason why I have locks right now is because I can, you know, and I know that there might come a day where this won't be an option, and I refuse to be Stevie Wonder holding on to 4 locks and a freaking crown in my head.
I'm finna say, you see it.
Yeah.
Therefore, exactly the same reason.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie.
Doing it while I can. I'm not living with no regrets. Like, man, I just always wanted to have long hair.
Because I'm not gonna try later.
I'm not
gonna be able to.
Nope.
Possibly. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna look good gray.
You know, or more importantly, I don't want to be judged by like, yo, why are you starting a lock journey at 47? What are you going through? Like, just buy a motorcycle, bro. Like,
no way.
This is not a good look for you. I understand this. You're going through some changes, but like, take a vacation or something. This is not the way you have your crisis. You look crazy.
You look crazy.
You got inchworms at 47.
Whew.
Yeah, no, not I.
Started locks at 47. Oh,
hairline already messed up.
And that's something you could do. You ain't got turkey money,
bruh.
Man. Woo. I don't know.
That's crazy.
What about the rest of you guys, gaining or losing?
I probably agree with Ben. I think in certain aspects, definitely less, but mostly more. I think when I kind of think of kind of just like more, I guess, from like kind of a work and kind of like just living kind of perspective. I guess kind of just, I think it just kind of come from like my place and stuff. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I don't be thinking too much of it when I be paying like hella bills and like doing a bunch of extra shit. But when I be chopping it over with my dad sometimes, and he be like, man, like, you know what I'm saying, XYZ value and like all this other stuff, and like you really locked in on some stuff like real early, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
And kind of other stuff that I was able to obviously do with it. I'd be like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? Because some days you be like, dang, like, and there's, I mean, just from a more socio-economic type of thing, like overall, just from the world, sometimes it can kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much more that I could be doing or other things that I could be focused on and stuff. But you know what I'm saying? I think in like the immediate, when I really look at myself, I'd be like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing what it do.
No. No, and I kind of want to piggyback off of the world, like sort of topic you threw out there. Because that's one thing that I think some days I feel confident that I know what's going to happen. The other days I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm in the wind too with trying to keep up with whatever may be happening like in the world or whatever may be personally affecting me. I'm just like, yeah, we just in this thing.
Or even just like in your immediate kind of community, like even like family or even just for like even in that sense too. I'm not even just saying just like as big as like the freaking, like, you know what I'm saying, what's going on with the US, what's going on, but just the world in general, but just even that type of stuff can be like, you know, quite a bit to consider.
Yeah. I'm about to say, waiting for the deep thinker here.
I would just say
never been hit with this one, huh?
No. But yeah.
It's like gonna be like confidence is really just relative, bro.
I do agree with that.
Yeah, I was about to say, honestly, it's just, I would say decreasing in the sense of the world being ahead of you and you having so much time and opportunity to accumulate all of these amazing things, and then social media constantly blasting in your face
Yeah.
what other people are doing and what they're accomplishing. Is kind of like Ben said, I'm like, dang, like I thought I would have been a little farther along by now.
Whilst trying to do that too, like that'd be the sick part.
Yeah. So just like almost just like the reality, honestly, just reality versus like the perceived idea of what can happen in my mind is just different. So realizing what reality actually does look like makes the confidence decrease, not necessarily because I haven't accomplished, but just because the perception of what accomplishment look like versus reality. Fair. It's a slower grind than what anybody would like to admit. So it's just like, yeah, some days that'll be beating you up.
Beating you down too. One point that I did want to just mention too with what I would say has built some confidence. You all were mentioning like some of the stuff that just goes on around you, like in the world and in the country and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I do think one thing that has given me more confidence in life is the fact that like at an older age, you've experienced and you've like survived more things. And not to be all deep and be like, oh, I don't look like what I've been through, which some people that's the case, but it's small stuff. Like literal. Sometimes like I have moments like I think either today or yesterday I drove by a gas station. I was just like, dang, gas looking kind of high right now. Whew. And then I immediately was just like, gas has been higher before. Gas has gotten high and this also came back down. You know, like I was just like, realistically, like this is something that I feel like even in like sure in the present moment, like it's kind of annoying, but like ultimately I didn't go broke because gas went up like $1 or something. And so it was just like I kind of noticed certain things like perspective wise starting to change in that way to be like, okay, this is an inconvenience, but it's not as deep as it might have felt at one point just because you're like, so yeah, shoot, next pandemic hit, I'm be like, again.
Not getting
but
the
like
vaccine.
I'm definitely not. You said what?
Not getting the vaccine.
Yeah, but yeah, stuff like that. Like I probably, we can start making those decisions to be like, hey, I thought we were cooked at one point. And
I really did,
and that led to certain. But like we're kind of as close to as back to normal as we could. Some stuff is obviously 100% forever going to be different.
Yeah.
Cleaning more at
that's
gyms.
it.
What'd you say? Cleaning more at gyms. People weren't wiping off their equipment with that efficiency like they are now. Man, they put that butt sweat on that boy and
I'm a wiper.
Look, just look at it and then
all it takes is what
I need to start wiping. My issue is that I don't be wiping before.
Yeah, I do see some people like only wipe before.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
which is gross because it's just like not all of us only wipe before.
We need to decide what we go do.
I feel like after
right,
for sure.
Because then you're making the assumption like, okay,
it's already.
But
now my steam is mixing with yours.
My steam,
right, steam.
Y'all know
nice steam.
About, yeah. That's your favorite one.
I like that one, bro.
Listen,
I'm too afraid to try the other ones.
It's
bro.
probably the most universal. It's just naturally applicable.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't want to gawk it up.
No gawking.
Not in that one. Off the steam, bro.
Off the
gym. Steam, bro.
Off the seat steam.
Right, bro.
Like, jeez, bro. That's crazy. But no, actually, yeah. I like you guys' answers. I feel like leaning probably heaviest to the surviving more things definitely increases a lot. Mm-hmm. I'm trying not to make it super personal because for me, it's more personal of like kind of like health things of like, okay, I've been in this situation before. And just because I am a little bit of an anxious person, like knowing that I've been somewhere before kind of helps me when I'm in it again kind of a thing. And I kind of think about life that way too. Like, I've been broke before. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or I just haven't been in the most optimal positions once. We can get out of it again. Kind of a thing.
Somehow, some way.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
It just take one promotion to change my...
Or it's time to get a different job.
Literally.
Facts.
Listen, like this may not be the workplace for me.
My confidence is hit, bro, because I just simply don't believe that any job
hit
is any job is just going to be like, oh my God, I'm so grateful and happy. Like I got to really force that gratitude.
I mean, that's really just life, though, bro. Like nothing in life is really going completely you super.
But
like,
you be hearing about people that let it.
I mean, you can definitely get that ratio real well, where it's like most of the time I'm, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, like it's definitely a piece of like, any time a job's like requiring you to be like responsible for something at a particular time. Like you just might not always feel like it. So I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But I do think somewhere out there is like
I get out of bed for this.
a job that yes, but I think what has tainted the whole like ability to reach that is capitalism and like the structures
I was definitely gonna say that
have been created around it. So it's not necessarily
because you definitely could do something you enjoy a lot more,
100%.
and you're just not gonna be making that much bread.
It's either you're not gonna make enough like money, or it's just so far fetched. So like, sure, you know, like yeah, you'd probably be very happy being an NBA player. You would not be Jokic. You're just like, I just don't want to, you know.
I'll be riding that pine.
But
You be having a great time in that jersey, laughing like,
Taking
man.
Shit, just a whole bunch of basketball pictures of me shoot around with rap captions in there.
oh my god,
Dang.
99% of the Instagram.
Dang. Hey, but you was in the league though.
You feel me?
it was there.
Courtside vision.
Oh,
The
me?
caption.
Oh, me, I'm just on the
Just don't know what part of the court I'm on. You know what I'm saying?
No. Shit, I ain't saying I wasn't on the bench.
Right. Hey, courtside. You know,
Courtside.
so where was you at? At home?
Yup. Cable
You was
messed
watching
up.
me.
Yup.
You see me on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go to that Pistons. I wanted to go to a Pistons playoff game so bad, but them tickets so gassed.
I think it's like 140 to go to the one tomorrow.
Yeah, for like nosebleed.
Exactly.
I'm not sitting in the nosebleed.
Yes,
So I might as
exactly.
well not
You
be
said people were posting up, going to the game tomorrow.
Facts.
So we got to see where them seats at.
But
there. The tickets that I normally get that's like 100 is like 500 right now.
I want to know what them. Pray we make it to Game 7. I want to know what those ticket prices gonna look like, because that's
Game
probably
7.
gonna be crazy, and it's in New York.
Yeah,
It's gonna be high.
not that much.
I don't know.
Just because we're still like we care about Pistons basketball,
But the world
but
don't.
This is
world-
still very much so early playoffs. And,
yeah. This ain't no conference finals game. They could care less about.
Ask you a question. Who would we play, or whoever wins this? Who do you know who?
They play Oklahoma City.
No,
they play
either
Boston.
either Boston or
Yeah, we're still being the East.
Yeah, you're right.
who the heck were they playing against?
I'm pretty
bro?
sure it's Boston. So either way,
Yeah.
whoever wins the
frick.
series is finna get beat by Boston next round. Because Indiana just put out.
Bucks.
Yeah. So
Yeah, they
then somebody was asking me. They was like, "Oh, maybe Indiana
Right.
and Detroit can play each other." I'm like, neither
Probably
one
not.
of them are going to. be
Oh yeah, because they just beat the Magic. They were playing against the Magic.
Yeah.
Boston.
So yeah, if they got put out in the second round, that'd be like Luka getting traded again.
Hey, they might be put out soon too. We gonna see.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's very interesting.
And man out here.
Bro, he going
Base of
crazy.
the league.
Facts.
Man.
He's going crazy, bro.
And that was your quick NBA recap with the Wholesome House. Sorry, that was totally random.
We know ball.
Hey, try watching it. I'll tell you that much.
Let's do a quick NFL recap. What do y'all think about Shador?
Bro, that prank card was ridiculous,
Pricey.
bro.
Pricey,
Expensive, man.
Finding that man and the team.
$200,000 for
I think
the
it's
team,
$250 for the team.
and then it was $100 for
him.
the guy,
The
just
dad,
him.
the dad. Yeah.
Man, you would not have a phone for
Are you aware of this?
years.
Zach?
I didn't know about that fine.
but
That's
just go ahead
crazy.
and
Yeah.
Re-elaborate. Who made the call? The son of who?
It's the son of one of the coaches on the Falcons. I don't know if it's the offensive or I felt like it was the defensive coordinator.
One of them.
Yeah, basically like the son just like found his number. Like the coach, his dad just had like his iPad like laying out somewhere or something,
Right.
whatever. And so the kid just like saw it and went through it and like got the number. I think they said he either like took a screenshot or took a picture or something to get the number. And so on draft day I think it was the second round at this point. He
still
like,
wasn't
pranked-
drafted.
Yeah, so Shador was supposed to, obviously, as we all know, Shador was supposed to go like
Yeah.
top 10. Didn't even get drafted the first round or the second. Yeah, right.
No,
but
it's kind of crazy.
so yeah, I think it was the second round. The kid like called him basically as a
I
prank.
seen the video of it.
But the thing was like the phone number that he called, like that was a completely different. That wasn't just like Shador's phone. that was a phone that he like specifically got that only like
For the
NFL coaches
Yeah.
had access to that number. So that's what kind of led to more of like an investigation. Like we can figure out how this happened.
Right.
So yeah, so
And
he
added
called
that
him-
kind of legitimacy to it.
Right.
I didn't even think about
exactly.
that. Yeah,
so
they
he probably was like thinking it was like somebody for real. And so yeah, the
He
kid
put it on
was just
speakerphone and everything. Had the family smiling around him.
yeah, and the
That's
kid
it.
was just like,
He
yeah,
said
you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
How it, bro? That
Yeah.
is insane, bro.
So I'm surprised they fined the team. Like they fined the Falcons team $250K and then the coach $100K.
I know they pissed.
And then
bro.
the kid was just like, oh, I'm sorry. Like
I pray he will forgive
mind you,
me.
kid's like 21 or something. Like he's not like a kid.
Right,
he's-
Correct.
He's-
This is a
but-
grown man.
Correct.
Let's cut the bullshit.
I'm
You know what I'm
trying to garnish
saying?
my son paycheck.
Boy.
You wouldn't have a phone if I'm still any of them benefits,
Bro,
boy.
I'm punting that, bro.
Oh my gosh!
Like, oh my god, what are you doing? And
Nah.
find the team.
Now I gotta pay this.
Find the team. And
My
like,
job
And you
in
know that's
jeopardy.
coming out of his pay. They're like,
that's
oh
such
yeah,
a
we just
uncomfortable
gonna run
position
that.
as a coach to be like, yeah.
Remember that bonus
that's
you was
just
supposed to get?
Oh my
embarrassing.
god!
There you
Like what?
But
Thank
at the
your
same
son.
time, it is his responsibility to like, keep those things safe, keep people's
Right, bro. Wear the
information safe.
lock on your iPad, bro.
We've all probably worked jobs where they'd be like, lock that computer.
Seriously.
No, mine be
so-
like that,
Get
bro.
up for lunch. Leave it unlocked.
Yeah.
Come back. Your screensaver changed.
Exactly.
Man.
You flipped upside down and inverted controls.
Right.
Like,
Gotcha.
bro, leave this stuff
It sounds
alone.
like you've done this before.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so that was
Also-
kind of crazy.
No, like, and also just the fact. Well, how do y'all feel about him going third round? Let's talk about that.
I thought it was fifth.
I thought it
round.
was 4.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
I thought it might have been fourth.
He's
Hey,
144. I know that. He's
When
big.
I say that, I'm talking about kind of like maybe the deeper politics reasons behind it. Because
I mean, I think
you
it's
just
just-
said it was strange.
I think it just reaffirms that there is politics that kind of go on when it comes to these like it's a business. 2, it's run by people that are people. Like it's not just like a computer that's like looking at stats at all times. Like,
Right.
People are making decisions based off of their opinions, based off of their feelings and all this kind of stuff. So I do think it's just like a reminder of the like people have that type of control in any kind of like structure, any type of like hierarchical based structure, I should say. So it is unfortunate. I do think ultimately it probably was just a humbling experience. I don't think it should, hopefully impact him. I'm sure it'll probably like just fire him up a little bit more. But at the same time, I will also admit that like I didn't watch a lot of their games. So like there's a lot of people that are also saying like Shedeur is just like not that good of a quarterback, which there might be some truth to that too. But
He's better than some of the other people.
oh yeah,
did before
I'm
him.
sure of that. At minimum, I'm sure he should have went, like a little bit higher. But
Yeah.
If I had to guess why it happened, I would just assume that it probably was just like the refusal to meet with most of the teams,
yeah,
and then like just the way that comes with his dad being the father and the fear that he might potentially take your coaching spot in the future. So you're not necessarily going to be high on him, knowing that you're going to be under the microscope for the rest of this time.
yeah.
True.
They said that like the main thing he said that put a lot of like teams off was in one of his interviews. He said like if y'all don't plan on like change, or if y'all don't plan on changing the franchise or like having me come in and change like the franchise, he said something along those lines. Then don't draft me.
Yeah.
And
Where that's like that's some Boondock shit, bro. That's like when Riley was playing basketball and he's like, they got to change the team name and the jerseys.
Oh,
Exactly.
no.
but then that's the thing, like, because clearly he wasn't meaning it in that way, because I'm pretty sure the question itself kind of prompted, like, do you feel comfortable and confident in, like, coming in at a team? If you're getting drafted high, you go into a trash team.
Facts.
So you have to be prepared to, like, be building and have that team be built around you.
Fair.
And so I
Okay.
think what he was really trying to portray at the end of the day was, like, I'm comfortable in that position to, like, really make those changes.
Put the team on my back.
And
kinda.
if we're taking this at ground zero, like, I can do it, and I'm willing to build. But just the way it comes off is super arrogant. And I didn't think about that piece about his dad potentially becoming like a coach, like him just saying, if you're not trying to change your franchise, and somebody probably did think about it in that way too. So,
It's like, oh
Yeah.
man, he talking about I'm gonna lose my job.
yeah.
Facts. The NBA, this will never happen. I ain't gonna lie.
You don't think so?
They're not letting LeBron slide to the second round. They're not letting Derrick Rose slide to the second round.
Yeah, but I don't know what Shador's
He
LeBron.
may not be the. no.
And I wish I could give you like a better.
Even Kendrick Nunn from Oakland University. They didn't even let him slide to the second round. Like,
Wow.
Because they know
That's
over
facts.
anything, talent is the most important thing. We don't care about nothing else.
Yeah.
We have figure it out. John Morant keep doing crazy stuff, and he's still in the league.
Right,
He's still
no
there.
facts.
He gonna start
Thanks.
throwing shurikens.
No, look, you see the video where he covering his face?
And then
Oh
they
yeah,
change
Yes.
the cut to another one.
Dog.
If you a
That's
bucket,
some
you a
hilarious
bucket.
camera work, bro.
I know they were in
bucket,
the
you a bucket.
broadcasting room. Like you dweeb.
Right. Switch to camera 3, please. Like let's show him something.
I also be thinking like, dang, a real awkward time for y'all to retire his jersey as well. Like right before all
That
this.
was Shador.
Shador.
They retired at Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, yikes, dude.
A
And I don't even.
lot of eyes on him.
No, for real. And it's like, I don't personally think that he was like, just because they were literally showing combine clips and even like game clips of people that were going before
I keep
him.
seeing that.
Bro.
And it's like miss pass, drop pass. Where was he throwing? I'm like, the PR for this is kind of crazy right now. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I didn't see any clips of
what
them
I say about
showing
the
him
NFL
being
in the scripts.
trash.
Huh.
What'd you say?
I ain't see any clips of like this is why he clearly went in the fifth round. I haven't seen anybody trying
Exactly.
to show game film. Of
He's
him.
definitely not bad enough to be like
To
that.
get
low.
that, okay.
Yeah.
There's no way. But yeah, I do think he was not good enough to be let's retire the jersey right now. I do like I get his like the impact of those years. It definitely put like the school on the map. But like
Yeah.
you aren't Joe Montana.
And is that him or is that your dad?
It's like it's a comment and Travis. You know, like it's a comment.
And-
Granted, they did
yeah.
retire both of them.
And
but
his
like,
brother went too.
Yeah.
Shiloh, yeah.
I think
but
he
he went
went-
undrafted.
Yeah, but he went to
Buccaneers.
Bucks. Okay, nice. Actually, because that's yeah. What I was gonna kind of say next was that quarterback room for the Browns is kind of crazy.
Bro, it's
dude.
too many. They
It's
got Joe Flacco.
way too much
There's
going
too
on.
Many,
And Flacco,
Deshaun
low
Watson is a
key,
bucket.
if he's healthy,
if that boy was making. He was doing
He was
TikTok
going
dances in a
crazy.
boot.
Yeah.
they don't like him right now.
Nah.
I think I don't know if they got some money or something. Or
And then
about to think
there were just
too.
so many teams that needed a quarterback. Like
There were a
literally,
lot of
like the
teams.
Steelers. They let go of what was his name?
Justin Fields,
And
Russ, Sierra, yeah.
dog. No, it's just like
Dang.
Russell Wilson.
what? Yeah, it was just like y'all don't want to pick up nobody. I feel like you could probably mold them if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I think Steelers culture would affect him.
Mike Tomlin, and
Yeah.
they got good receivers over there right now too. So,
You feel me? So it was really weird.
and I will say the sad part about it is like, because now I really want to see him have like a decent career, but like, it's too many things that go into play when it comes to football. Like,
Yeah.
you could be the greatest. We just saw it. Well, Aaron Rodgers is super old, but like we just saw Aaron Rodgers have a terrible season with the Jets. Like,
Yeah.
there's too many moving parts. If you don't have the right line, if you don't have the right receivers, if you don't have the right coaches, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
you could still be buns.
Still
Now,
a team sport.
I will say, like, if anything, hopefully he can have like a Joe Burrow kind of situation where like Burrow's still going crazy. They just don't win games.
Unfortunately, he's just not undisputed. Type B.
But
like,
it's mainly his defense is butt. They just
Yeah.
like he'll put up crazy numbers, 4 touchdowns, 500.
that's what I'm
yards,
saying.
and they
He's just not
lose the game.
undisputed. He doesn't have the championship. Literally.
That's the Carmelo build.
Dang.
Put up 70 points and still lose the game, bro.
That's insane.
What's Carmelo's? This is for Zach. What's Carmelo's son's name?
Kion.
Is he compare him to Bronny? What's it looking like?
He's pretty good.
I would say that he's better.
He's
than
better.
Yeah.
Is he like on his way to the league or is
He going to
league?
Syracuse.
He's going to Syracuse. He's like, start off with the height. Basketball is all about height anyway. I think he's like 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
Where Bronny's 6'2.5".
Right.
There you go.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think that if Bronny went in the second round, I feel like he easily can go to the second round. Bronny went to USC. Kion's going to Syracuse. Syracuse is a basketball school. So, yeah. I think
School his
that
dad went to.
Exactly. And it's like, did they pick him because you're Carmelo's son, or did y'all pick him because y'all would have picked him anyway?
Right.
I don't
Right.
know. But
I mean, it's still cool look.
yeah,
Hey,
no,
dude.
I think he
But
goes
facts though. And it's that he won a championship at Syracuse.
Yeah.
Carmelo.
arguably the greatest college freshman ever of all time. Him, Michael Beasley, or Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I hear Beasley a lot.
Yeah, he seemed like he a crazy man, like that be on the side of the street asking for change.
I was just talking to somebody about
he does it.
to Sean, I think, about Michael Beasley, and I was like, "That's Zach, dog, bro. He used to always be showing me them Michael Beasley camp videos."
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like,
Damn.
I remember when he played for the Miami Heat back in the day, and I'm like,
Yeah.
he's tough. And
He was a dog.
Who is this guy?
Dang. That's kind of sad when you think about, because he's not really doing well right now, right?
He hasn't been in the NBA for like a decade now.
Yeah,
And I feel like I see like videos of
Yeah,
him.
he'd be outside 7-Elevens.
Bro, I'm like,
Yeah,
yikes, bro. That's crazy.
One of
Life
my
was at your
favorite quotes by
fast.
Michael Beasley:
We gonna end on
"If you
that.
do anything for $1, you'll do anything for $1, and that's nasty." Ew.
Good thing it's free to watch these episodes or listen
Right.
to these episodes.
It's
You
free
know,
to subscribe, free to comment.
all that, man. Love it, bro. This was a wonderful episode. We had some fun. Tap into the Twitch, tap into the last couple episodes, and do yourself a favor and go back and watch episode 8, Guerrilla Warfare, or listen to it if you're a listener.
and let us know if you
we've been
be the
doing
first
this.
one to fight that gorilla,
Yeah,
or if you're going to strategically get someone else to do it.
What's the tactic? But hey, this is Benjamin Lane signing out.
Yeah, Wavy J signing out. I'm a second with Ben said. Tap in with the Twitch gaming channel, all the stuff that we do, man, and we gonna see y'all later.
Yeah. Troy, March, third month. Going into summer, stay hydrated. And I'll see you next week, next 2 weeks.
Z-Bree signing out. Y'all gonna see me on Call of Duty a lot more.
Hey,
I be getting shit on. I ain't
yeah,
gonna
you
lie.
was
But
getting beat down.
If you want to
in
see me
Warzone,
get
I
beat
saw
up, hey, you have a good laugh. I promise. And I'm a rage. I rage hard too.
Oh, man. But yeah, we out.
Peace.